Alexa, play Spotify.
Here's Spotify.
Alexa, play Dropkick Murphys. Alexa, play Dropkick Murphys.
This is Dropkick Murphys from Spotify.
Good morning, everybody. Just getting the bench ready, and then we'll get started. For those of you that didn't see the video, this is what we're going to be working on. We're going to turn this into a ring, size 10. And then after that, we'll probably be making more of these ear cuffs. This is a completed one on the right, and this is one about halfway through the process. Still needs to be tumble polished. So kind of a lot going on today. Get that out of the way. I think I've decided that this is the size punch we're going to use, so I'm going to keep that out. Let me give the bench a quick sweep. We'll open up the tumbler and see how the quarter ring came out. It never looks like much until you sweep it up, and then you realize the silver dust that's just hanging out. I want to make sure these as spotless as it can be, because we're going to be working with gold, and any gold that gets left behind from the process is going to be collected. Hi, Lynn. So, two ways, most effective ways to go to a jeweler. The jeweler will tell you what your size is. And then the second most effective way is to go to my website and order a ring sizer. And so what you do is you just kind of make it into a ring. I happen to know that I'm a size 11 on my middle finger, so I'm gonna shrink it down to an 11, and see, fits perfectly. So let's say I was trying to size this one. Obviously that's too big, so move down a size. Still too big. Half size because we're getting closer. size 9. That's what I would go with for that finger. So when you order this on my website, the price you pay for it gets credited towards your next account or your next order. So it's essentially free. There are do-it-yourself methods where you take a slip of paper, wrap it around your finger, mark it, and then measure it. I have about a 70% success rate with clients who do that, so I don't recommend it. Let's take a quick look at this real pretty coin that we're gonna work on. So it depicts all the Queen's beasts. And of course, the Queen's face is on the back. It's not very interesting. Let's go back to the side. To give you a comparison of how dense gold is, let me grab a silver coin. These both weigh 1 ounce. Look at how much bigger that silver coin is than that gold coin. And it feels like it. This thing is ridiculously dense. Okay. Enough stalling. Let's open this up real fast so that way I can have this ready. This was a 1956 quarter that a client sent in. Some of you will notice that I don't normally do quarters. But, you know, if a client requests it, I'll make it. And rinse it off real quick. Oh yeah, I do gold coins quite often. Not pure gold though, so that is going to be something not completely new. I've done a pure gold coin once before. Hola España, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, the last gold coin, pure gold coin I did, it was interesting. The client wanted a pinky ring, so as it started to shrink down, it got very wrinkly. I do sell my work, yes. You can check out my stuff at navarrorings.net. The website's right there. And there's also a contact button for custom projects. All right. So first we got to anneal the coin, just like anything else. But I'm going to treat this one a little bit different. Gold is pretty soft. So I'm going to anneal it laying down versus in the air, because if I drop it, it will knit. And then to quench it in, you know, typically I quench in this big bucket on the floor. I don't want to move the coin around that much, especially while it's hot. So I'm going to quench it in my tumbler bucket and put it over here on the side, so that way it's not going over concrete. Can a ring be made without a rim ring around it? It sure can. Can you type without caps lock on? Because that would be pretty cool too. Normally, I'd be looking for a color change. 24 karat gold doesn't change color. Darkens a little bit, just a little bit. But you'll notice there's not a whole lot of difference after that. No fire scale at all. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, they'll be leftover gold. That's my payment. Biggest challenge so far. This is the gold ring, as promised. Yes, indeed. Hello, Savage. Hello, JPZBs. I'm busting your balls. It does not offend me. I apologize. I shouldn't have made that joke. As you can see, many people type with caps lock on. All right. This is an expensive coin to mess up. So you'll notice I'm probably moving a lot slower than I have in the past. Biggest challenge so far was this coin. This is the silver version of the Queen's Beast. And this is, it was a 2-ounce coin, so it's twice as thick as a normal coin. It had to be cut in half. I suck using a jeweler's saw, so it took forever. I kept getting frustrated and almost quit making it like 4 times. So yeah. That's the challenge. That's the biggest challenge I've had. And it's still in my collection because it's not likely to be sold for what I need to sell it for. Okay. So, once again, gold is incredibly soft, 24 karat. So I'm going to put down a couple layers of this blue shop towel. And the side that's going to be punched is going to go down. Actually, no, I'm going to go this way. I'm really nervous that it's going to smush any of the detail. Okay, it looks relatively centered. Let's take a look at it, and you can see the queen is right dead center. So that Queen's Beast completer coin right now is listed on my website. Let me see what the price is. I don't remember. I dropped it recently. I know that. $475 is what I'm asking for right now. JP, it didn't show up. I have the tracking number. It looks like it's still in transit, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I know it's taking a minute, but USPS has been awful lately. So, not awful, overworked, understaffed. So it's going to take a minute. How much do I sell bands for? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't really do bands. I can, but I don't have them like regularly stocked. So you can message me directly and I can give you a price or a quote. Depends on the material, the size, the width, all that stuff. All right, you ready? There's no going back from here. Once it pops, it's done. It barely made a noise. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Compared to my other coins, they will usually pop violently. Okay. Let's see what I did. I'm gonna want to also protect the coin while I remove it from this part. So let me get some more shop towel. Fold it over a couple times, and it's gonna go on each side. I want that coin to like sit up on these. The benefit to the last one that I made, the last gold coin ring that I made, was that I didn't do it on a live. I was in private, which worked really well for me. Alright, there's my payment right there. A cute little cutout. Wish I was a fan of this lady, because that's a perfect little cutout portrait of her. Yeah, this is for Silver Husky. I don't know if you guys follow him or not, but he provided the ring. I offered to do it for the content and the cutout. So let's see how much I'm getting paid. 2 grams. That's not bad. 2.7 grams actually. I'll take it. Plus whatever comes off of this, we're gonna do a little bit of deburring. So there's another little bit. Build a necklace out of the little cutout. Well, I guess I could do a. Yeah, I got what you're saying. All right, so I think the hard part's done. It's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. If I say that enough, maybe I'll convince myself. We got deburr. What else do we do? Sorry, I just realized you guys probably aren't even able. Oh, you are able to see it. Cool. The name of this trade, I guess it would be coin ring making. Gotta be really cautious not to go too far because there's some text on here that I'm trying to keep. Okay, I'll give you a close-up view here in a sec. So that bottom part where it says 1 ounce fine gold, 39.9. I'm really hoping all that text stays for the final ring. Very soft, very, very soft. This is a deburring tool. It goes around the inside rim here, and it shaves off little tiny bits of gold or silver, depending on what ring I'm making. And so I'm gonna put that with the rest of my 24 karat. This is left over from the last 24 karat ring I made, which was a while ago. Every little bit helps. Oops, splash them out. All right, off to the side. folding process next. You gotta choose the right guy at this point. Oh. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna anneal it one more time. I want this to move as smoothly as possible, so we're gonna head back over here. Master jeweler, I am not. There are a lot of things that I don't do or can't do. Hobbyist jeweler, I'll take that. Let's use propane. So gold is already incredibly soft, right? But it does have a tendency to ripple, and I want to avoid that as much as possible. I want the details to be super crisp and clear. So we're gonna move slowly, make sure we don't mess anything up. The ring stretcher, in theory, can, but it's not a good one. The ring stretcher it limits your space. So if you notice, that's as far up as I can raise that. That's like 2 fingers. Whereas over here on my arbor press, all the way up, I mean, I could fit my whole fist in there, so. All right, well, I'm glad your anxiety's racing, because it makes mine feel a little less. All right, let's start folding some gold. So just like with the silver coins, we start with a steel cone. Like zero effort there. Silver Husky might have given me the one filled with chocolate. It hardly feels like there's even a coin in there to stretch. There we go. So it's not a perfect cone. It did move a little bit inconsistently, so we'll fix that here in a sec. Yep, Harbor Freight. A lot of my tools come from Harbor Freight. Let's go back to re-anneal. Sounds good. It's completely the opposite of tempering steel. Not with, Plain Koi asks, ever worry about turning it into a puddle? Not when I'm using propane. Propane doesn't get hot enough, especially this torch, doesn't get hot enough to melt metal. So that's why I use it for tempering or annealing. And I'm just quenching in water, that's right. As far as the similarity to this and steel, when you work with steel and you anneal something, you harden it. This does the exact opposite. It softens the metal. It's a non-ferrous metal, so that's the big difference. Okay, let's stretch this sucker. So right now we're sitting at a size 8. I'm gonna try to stretch it out to an 11 or 12, so that way we can reduce it to our target size of 10. Dropkick Murphys, that's right. Let's see if you guys could see that. There we go. No, I'm no expert in this. You guys are hanging out with me while I do a hobby. I'll answer questions, but writing a book or instruction other than what I'm literally doing at the moment, I don't think would be appropriate for me. All right, so we're at an 11 right now. We're gonna keep going just a little bit further. All right, starting to look like a ring. Perfect. Size 12. So next step is going to be to reduce. We're past the scary part. It's not going to break at this point. I'm from Indiana. I'm not a jeweler. Size 15 is no problem. Saw them at the House of Blues. Awesome, dude. I appreciate that, Ken. All right, so what I'm using here is different than what I typically use. This is thicker Teflon tape. Same idea. We want to protect the details and make it smooth so that it moves through our reduction dies. But this is typically used for natural gas lines instead of the typical white Teflon tape that's used for water. So it's about twice as thick. And it's going to get a lot of wraps. I do not want this to break through. This looks boring as all hell, but this is crucial to make sure that the ring comes out. I'm kind of alternating. I'm putting some wraps up high and some wraps down low to get an even wrap. This is thicker than I would normally do for any ring. I have tried the Blue Monster Teflon tape and it's fine. Honestly, the gray and the blue both work really well. Hey Ninja, thanks. We're working on the gold Queen's Beast completer coin. Very cool, Mark. Are you on TikTok? Do you post your work? If so, I'd like to follow you. Okay, Let's do this. Alright, so we got the first press done. We're going to do one more. I'm not even going to do the full press because I don't think it needs it. The tape looks good. It looks like it's holding. I'm going to add a little bit more tape because I'm paranoid as all hell. Oh, very cool, Mark. Well, I just followed you. Tag me in your first post. It'd be really cool to see. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. So I'm going to start with the big one again, the big side, just because that's going to ensure that I don't press the coin crooked. If I did this side and it started to push the inside rim, then the whole ring will go this way, and I'll get like an oval. Don't want that. Okay. It's not uncommon for them to get stuck at this point. Usually the top shears off, and that's okay. It kind of gives us a polished rim, so I'm not mad about that. A lot faster way to wrap the tape, bro. Okay, bro. Good for you. The gold that I punch out is going to get made into something, usually guitar picks. All right, so I still got this flare here, so we're not done. Let me check the size and see where we're at. Okay, so we're sitting at about an 11.5. There's also some gold inside here that needs to come out, so let's go ahead and do that. The inside rim, just like on the silver coins, it'll create a ledge right there. So I want to get rid of that. Sold out of arbor presses, really? Price, this is not for sale. This is a client's coin. Okay. That ledge is gone. So Ninja, what you could do is actually stand on the mold. If you can't get an arbor press, a buddy of mine told me that that's one of the ways he gets good detail and definition in his molds. All right, I'm gonna re-anneal, and then we'll wrap again, press again. Try Amazon, dude. I saw Amazon had some listed, some really cool looking ones. think I've nailed this 4 or 5 times, and look at this. Not even a bit of scale, fire scale. All right, let's see. All right, so I think, what did I say we were at, 11? 11 and a half. So we got to almost 3/4 of the way. So if we go all the way to the bottom of that, I'm pretty sure we'll be at a size 10. And if I need to stretch a little bit, no big deal. If I were to sell this, this would be a $2,500 coin. I have a, oh crap. I think I'm out of that good Teflon tape. All right, we're gonna have to switch over to the cheap shit. So I was saying that I have a 90% gold ring. I don't seem to have it down here, but it's a 1928 St. Gaudens coin ring, and it's for sale for $2,300, I think, on my website. And so this being 24 karat, it would be just a little bit higher. Yep, all out of the heavy duty thread tape. I don't use it often, so not surprised. I'm just gonna hope that the gold isn't gonna provide enough resistance for there to be a problem. All right, I'm gonna compress this tape and then do a little bit more,